Hey, what's up? I'm Crimson Mockingbird, and I'll be traveling down the rabbit hole that is the Council. Now let's hop into it while I start explaining. Alright, so... Yeah, by the way, that was me going like, oh, maybe I can alter the settings. Nope, you hop pretty much right into it. So, I haven't heard that much about it. I read a small description on the PlayStation Store and found this very intriguing. So it's a 5-part episodic type game, I guess. Whatever happens.
Stop. You're not getting anywhere with this, von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will
It looks
remain
really
of
nice,
your
though.
body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
Some sort of poison?
You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
I find it funny whenever you have these villains.
You can't.
I don't
sell
know
that book on the
about
black
now,
market
but it's just
anymore.
like,
This is finished.
We know you're planning
you
on
know,
selling it at
they
one of
steal
Lord Mortimer's
something,
parties.
and so then you
Alright?
take it back from them,
Tell
and then
us
they're
the
like, you
buyers
stole it
can
from me.
make
It's
a
like,
deal.
you technically
You've no
stole
idea
it,
of the
we are
trouble you've got
retrieving it and
yourself
giving it back to the
into.
rightful owners. Just
Oh,
because
but
you
don't
had
tell
said
me where
object
it's
in your
hidden.
possession doesn't mean
I can
that
promise
it
you
is
that.
legally yours.
Stop
Which means you have
annoying
no
our
right to
host,
claim
Louis.
that someone stole it from you.
Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational and open. I got it. I've opened the shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert. Von Borchert. Listen.
How do you not
Let's
hear
make a
them
deal.
whispering?
I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Please, be my guest, Mother.
Ooh. And he's close enough that he actually has a chance. Ooh. You try and be menacing and you end up
You
just
reacted
being
perfectly.
a dumbass.
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back.
Oh. Wow, this is weird. Give me a second on this. Okay.
Pity he's just a
That was-
man.
That's a
Means
interesting
I
menu.
haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to von Borchert.
Very occult looking stuff in that room. But I like the Victorian-esque appearance. And from what I can sort of tell, it's not exactly a normal, you know, episodic, almost like Telltale game. It's because obviously this isn't a Telltale game, but you know, it's very reminiscent of it in certain aspects. Wait, did that say Lord Montieri's mansion? God damn, I need to... Either I'm really close or I'm really fucking off. Also, I got Final Fantasy 14, so you're probably going to see some of that. By the way, the Outbreak game mode is pretty interesting, but it just really sucks without a full group of people.
You just had to pick up Mount Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Episode 1, The Mad Ones. So depending on how long these are, each episode might be one part, or one, you know, one part might be one episode might be 2 parts, you know.
It is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think about it.
Contrary to what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
That looks like a priest.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holmes.
Well, how very
Wait,
amusing.
like Sherlock Holmes?
Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holmes, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Business.
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son. You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you
All
whether
the
you
fourth
will be
wall
better
breaking.
off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
That was a very weird noise for him to make, but sure.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
What?
You.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you just go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure. Yes.
Fine.
Interesting. Okay, there was no subtitle on that one, which is weird but not unusual.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going
Some
crazy?
dangerous shit is going on.
Or
Oh
what?
yeah, you actually get
This
like
can't
full
be
movement.
real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Are there any sort of collectibles? Anything else? Oh, I'm so curious. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I got something, and so I'm trying to figure out how to. Like, you got the thing, like, trusting, so I'm trying to figure out what that was.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Oh, my class? What? Oh, what? Choosing a class defines your basic skills. The other skills will still be available, but unlocking them will be more expensive. Let's see. The diplomat. The diplomat shines in society. A talented speaker, he avoids foxpots, and he can convince those with whom he is talking without offending them. Politics is his field of predilection. Occultist. The occultist is a master of deception. Convinced of the importance of knowledge, he has acquired extensive experience in science and the arts. Using others to achieve his own ends does not bother him. Don't like that one. Detective. The detective excels in investigation. He is trained to notice every detail in his surroundings as well as in people he questions. A hands-on man, he does not shy away from the direct approach. May detective? Let's see what we have here. Ooh. Or oddly placed elements. Notices anything strange in someone's behavior or appearance. Oh, this is so difficult. So the only one I don't have anything in right now is in the diplomat. Oh, my past granted you 1 skill point in manipulation and 1 in psychology. Oh, that's from the trusting thing. Okay. Wow, this is... Oh. Agility. Ooh, I could put 2 more manipulation. Okay, so that all starts off at level 1. God damn it. So I'm going to put in... That one. I feel like that one I'll need for sure.
Well, over the last few years, I solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Orgère, for example. Thieves that torture their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Please
Truthful.
excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London?
No, sorry. I don't remember.
In the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I am so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. Opportunity do not consume effort points to access the skills required for the situation. You just need to have it unlocked.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
What? Each person you meet on the island has their own personalities, which make them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploring their personalities and is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploring vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. And vulnerabilities in the journal tab.
Emily,
Immunity logic to be discovered. So I don't know her weakness, but I do know I can't use logic on her.
excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Talents. Carrying out certain actions, remember to review their unlock conditions and effects as they offer. Jeez, there's so much shit to remember. Talents. Okay, so this is where I unlock some stuff. Level 3 on a lot of shit. Jack of all trades. That's one that I want. So certain ones have certain criterias. You have always been charismatic, so I get 1 automatically. You trust your mother, which gives you 1 in psychology. Interesting. Recovers 2 effort points. You cannot carry more than 5.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
And I saw one other thing. Okay, got 2 royal jellies, which means I can gain back 4 effort points, I think it is.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richer. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You
What's
must
the deal
be
with the
Sarah
mask?
Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I have an appointment with Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Something's going on here.
Sir Holm.
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Ah, damn it, I don't have that. Your skills give you access to unique choice and actions that cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost in effort points.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wood.
Servants. Vulnerability to questioning. So I don't know what they're immune
Part
to.
of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richer. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
I'll try this.
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
Vulnerability to logic, too.
Of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf? Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Investigate the barrels.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Oh god, there's gonna be so much to do.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Yeah, I'll just take that. Where am I hiding it? Who knows?
Sack of seeds.
It's unopened. No one seems to have used any. Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
So someone was doing something.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Ah, one of the letters is stamped with the seal of the Order. And I'd recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother.
But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to?
I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. We've never talked to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who's this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy, Godoy, Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar? I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
So apparently I can only find certain clues on certain occasions, maybe? I don't know.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Nope, I didn't mean to do that.
Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look. A letter written in an Oriental language. This letter's in Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
God, I hope I don't have to remember all this shit.
Probably a Dutchman. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
I guess it's a good thing I picked that language one.
The Vatican.
God damn it.
This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
Maybe the Cardinal?
A lantern. Nothing special.
Anything else I should know about? So I guess it's a good thing I picked up that linguistics. But for the other ones, I'm going to need to know... I think it was... politics? And... occultism? There's just so much shit I need to do.
A Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree.
Lord Mortimer, immune to conviction. Oh, damn it, I would have tried some other things. I would have looked around a little bit more.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Permanent bonuses. Can I do like New Game Plus essentially then?
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontation. Oh god. To go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Okay, so at least it tells me how much they're convinced.
I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
Only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Fuck me. Professional secret? Sorry?
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I...
Ooh. What was that? He's vulnerable to questioning.
Secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother would read it?
Last step. On the last step, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left.
So it's not through a lack of goodwill, but I'd rather swear by something else.
Bah, I beg your pardon?
Oh, nope, I fucked up.
I mean, to be honest with you, and for my...
I accidentally... Nope,
keep
why do
all its
I
value.
kept pausing. Nope!
I assure
Why
you,
do I keep
it
pausing?
would be better if I didn't swear before God.
I'm gonna restore 2
I
effort
shall
points
swear
too.
upon my mother's life, if you prefer.
Are you aware of the enormity of what you just said to me, young man?
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci.
Ooh, I got another trait. Reliable. In manipulation. Ooh. Manipulation, which is this one. Nice.
Father and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son.
Wow, that was
Only
tough.
for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Flip through it or just take it. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain permanent skill points. Psychology and conviction. I wish I had some sort of mode that I could easily let me sort of see around. Devil's Thorn grants you the exalted state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affected a dialogue choice and a conviction. Ooh, I want to have as many of those as possible. Oh, this looks like it's one of... So pretty much...
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last
And
to make your
President
acquaintance,
Washington.
Mr. President.
What?
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
My mother.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, actionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak
He has an Illuminati symbol. He has an Illuminati symbol, man.
Do any of you know the
Or is that the
reason why we're here
Freemasons?
this time?
No, that's
Not
Freemasons.
in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer.
I think Sir Holmes is, in fact,
Reason why.
Sir Sherlock
Every
Holmes.
time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests,
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must
Ooh.
really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apology.
Who is he?
Asked me
He looks
here and he's already
ugly.
turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat. Very influential.
Oh, Gregory Holm.
He's
Ugh.
also close to Lord Mortimer.
Damn it, I was hoping for
So
Sherlock
don't be
Holmes.
surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Nah, figure out
See
what.
Washington has to say.
Yeah.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
When did you last speak to her?
Philadelphia, 15 years ago. Sarah often went back and forth between France and the United States.
Yes, I remember those days. I didn't see her too often. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. Such as
This is
preventing
such an
massacres.
interesting game. God, I'm so happy I picked this up. I was really kind of hesitant when I first heard about it, but I was like, you know what? Screw it. Why not? This is really in
What was it
depth.
that she used to say now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Interesting.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Who is that?
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sure.
That young lady with you.
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Home doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Are there multiple servants, or is there just one? I can't. Elizabeth Adams sounds so familiar.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Geez, some of that art though was
my
really
friends,
fucked up.
I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Nothing leveled up. Damn it. I wonder how I get experience. And there's some things I missed out on. I'm sure of it. Gain 2 skill points in psychology, questioning, and etiquette. Hey, doesn't this remind... This looks a lot like the Locust thing for Warframe. I think it's Locust. God damn, I can't remember. But the main people. Either way, though, I'm going to call it here. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I certainly did. And I'm so going to get into more of this later. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like. Please hit subscribe. Either way, though, I wouldn't mind if you checked out my channel. Actually, I would very appreciate it. And I will be seeing you further down the rabbit hole next time. See ya.